Hi there, welcome to Platform of People. It's my new YouTube channel, and what I'm hoping to do is promote US politics to people in the UK, and just give updates on the race, how's it going, who's winning, etc. So, in light of that, I think we need to look at the most recent Democratic poll. Bernie Sanders is on 51% among likely caucus goers, and Hillary Clinton is at 43%. This is an 8% lead in Iowa, which is quite stunning, considering in the same poll in December, Clinton had a lead of over 10%. So what this means is that Sanders, going into the final poll, has a commanding lead that can potentially carry him all the way to the nomination, which is pretty stunning considering he's a self-described socialist. The myth that a socialist can't get anywhere in America appears to be disappearing as Sanders gains traction and Clinton increasingly has to pander to that. Among 2008 caucus goers, however, Clinton is at 55% and Sanders is at 38%. Now this suggests that a lot of Sanders' base is not as solid as one would assume and as he would like. So Clinton's base is clearly going to turn out, as it did 8 years ago, and out of that base they will vote for Clinton in the majority. Sanders' base, likely. Why would they put likely? Okay, because they're not 100% sure. So, he might lose a couple of percentage points there. On the GOP side, Donald Trump's at 37% in Iowa. Ted Cruz has really lost ground there. Ever since the New York values comment, I think he's been on the decline. Ted Cruz is at 26% and Marco Rubio at 14%. So Trump has an 11-point lead over Ted Cruz in Iowa. Now, if Trump wins in Iowa, there's not all that much to stop him winning the nomination. I thought Trump's Achilles heel would be the fact that if he lost Iowa, he wouldn't be a winner anymore. He'd be the guy that lost Iowa. So he couldn't say, I'm a winner, I make good deals, because he'd have lost. Okay, and that's part of his appeal, that he doesn't appear to be a loser. But if he wins Iowa, there's nothing to stop him winning New Hampshire, which is far ahead, and then on to South Carolina and Nevada, etc. Marco Rubio at 14% is encouraging for the establishment wing of the Republican Party, who are looking to put a more mainstream candidate, they perceive. But you also have people like Kasich and Bush and Christie rising up. Now, if they crumble in Iowa, surely the establishments do all they can to force them to drop out to ensure that one candidate can gain their vote. Because if they don't do that, then the GOP could likely end up with Donald Trump as their nominee. Now, it's been said that he can't win. I think personally he can win because of how convincing he is in his own message. He has the message to make America great again. This appeals to so many people because of the patriotism that is ingrained in the society. And maybe he could bring out some new voters, similar to how ballot initiatives bring out new conservatives. Maybe Trump's message would appeal to non-voters or people that don't usually vote. In light of that, he could win. But if he was against a candidate like Bernie Sanders, what would his attacks be? Because he can attack him for being a socialist, but that's only going to go so far. What do you attack him on? He doesn't accept PAC money, which is one of Trump's appeals. He's basically a populist, similar to Trump. And, he hasn't been the Secretary of State like Clinton. You can't claim that he was responsible for ISIS like they are about Clinton. So Trump might struggle to attack Sanders in the way you'd attack Clinton. And that shows because in head-to-head polls, Sanders has something like a 20-point lead over Trump, whereas Clinton's lead is only about 7 points. So to conclude, on the Democratic side, going into, nearly Iowa now, Bernie Sanders has all the momentum on his side. We'll just see how many of his voters actually turn out. If they do turn out, he's likely to win. On the GOP side, Trump hasn't gone down for months now, and what is there to suggest he will? Maybe when voters go to the polls, they'll think, well, not the polls, it's the caucus. Maybe when they go there, they'll think, can Trump win me this election? And they might be sceptical and they might move to Rubio, who knows? I think Cruz is going down now because that New York values comment was frankly rude, and Americans hate rudeness. So, to conclude, Sanders has the momentum. There's not much that can stop Trump, apart from possibly consideration of electability. Thank you.